Welcome back to the Invincibles podcast, episode 10. Match week 1, all done.
Yeah, no, this game week has been, man, I'm so happy the Prem is back. Just
Feels
a
good.
lot of great games.
It was a good week. I was enjoying it. It
Oh,
was fun.
you were enjoying it.
Okay, other than the loss to Tottenham, which we're gonna say, that was tough. But I just enjoyed watching football. Like this, when you're watching Euros and then when you're watching the Prem, it's two different vibes. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
this was a good vibe.
I felt like from the Euros to the Prem, it happened so quick. Like it felt like the Euros was like yesterday. I don't know.
True. But yeah, man, there was a bunch of some big shockers and then some results that we kind of expected, but we're going to break those down, of course. And then we're going to give you guys our team of the week. So we each created our own little team of the week of the best players this week. And then we're going to go through our predictions, and then we're going to predict for game week 2 at the end. So you want to stick through the whole episode to watch who we think is going to win. Because for the most part, we had about 5 each, right? Out of the 10 games, we had about 5 each, right? So, like, in terms of who we thought was going to win, none of us got the exact game right. So you have 15 points, I have 15 points at the end. You had the United Leeds game, Everton, Southampton. You had Chelsea, Palace, Leicester, Wolves, Norwich, Liverpool, right? I had Burnley, Brighton, Chelsea, Palace, Leicester, Wolves, Norwich, Liverpool, and Newcastle, West Ham, right? So both 15 points. So not too bad. Yeah. 50%.
I was close to some of them. I was like 1 goal off. A lot.
Yeah, same here. I mean,
not for so much. Oh my God, I'm looking at it.
Had Norwich scored a goal, I would have had an exact right there. Had Arsenal been competent in front of goal, I might have even had that one.
If Leicester scored one more,
4 straight goals, I would have had that one too. So yeah. So we want to talk about Brentford Arsenal?
Yeah, man.
God. First game. I was on Friday.
Yeah, no. See, I keep forgetting that fans were always back, and like when Brentford hit that first goal, and like God,
was nice.
Scene. It was a nice goal too, and like him running, Sergio Canos knee sliding, everybody. Oh God, it was a perfect performance.
I'm not gonna lie. It was nice. Awesome. Man, Arsenal looked. The thing about Arsenal is they did a good job holding the ball, but they weren't doing anything with it.
Yeah, no.
It was just bad. It was, one of the main things that kind of highlighted was Nicolas Pepe. In that first half, you would have the ball in the wide, and then you would have Chambers running out on the wide. He wouldn't just give it to him. He wouldn't. No, he would try to take on he wouldn't even take on the defender. He would just fling it back to the center back. Like, it was just bad decision making from him. It was just a lot of bad things. They were going through Tierney a lot, but Tierney couldn't get nothing going. His crosses were going really into nobody. It was just bad for them.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for Tierney. He's been making those overlapping runs, and like nobody was going in the box. No. I thought Lokonga played well, and Smith Rowe did well for a bad Arsenal performance. I felt like he did well just carrying the ball. Yeah. I remember one time in the half, I don't know which half, but like he turned the defender and started running, and he had a shot, but Raya saved it.
He did. He looked good. He looked like he had some good creativity going on. It was good. It's just Brentford defending collectively. They held the ball together, and whenever they pressed, it was everybody on the same page. Whenever they falled back and kind of relaxed, then it was everybody on the same page. Tony has really good link-up play. His link-up play is so good.
I'm lucky he didn't get a goal, but Mbeumo, God,
he was electric.
Wow.
I wrote that down. I was like, he is electric. He was just all over the place. And his pressing is amazing.
Gives me that like Zaha, St. Maximin, type tricky player that just runs at you and just like he's always like has an eye for goal and he's
only
exciting
like 23, right?
Yeah, and he's young. Yeah,
he's young. He's young. Man. I was looking at some of the stats. Like Arsenal held 64% of the possession. They had 22 shots compared to Brentford's 8 shots.
Damn.
The whole game. And so it was like there were shots, but like none of them. I think out of those 22, it was like 3 or 4 that was like on target. I don't know. I don't remember.
4.
4.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not good. You can't have 22 shots. Like that means most of your shots are just let's just kick it. You know, there was
Yeah.
nobody was really creating anything other than the little like bits that Smith Rowe did or Tierney sending the ball. They just weren't creating anything. Saka when he came on really wasn't doing
Yeah,
much.
he wasn't doing it.
You know,
But good standing ovation from the Brentford fans.
that is true.
I
That was
enjoyed
good
that a
to
lot.
see. That was good to see. But Arsenal looked bad, man.
But they didn't have Oba and Laka, so I guess I don't know if that's
Does
an
that change
excuse.
anything?
Probably wouldn't, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's like they're in a bad position, honestly. I feel like they're gonna be in a bad position.
Well, let's look
But
at the
yeah.
next few games. I
The
think the
next
day
game
of.
was United and Leeds. That was the
Yeah.
morning game. Like United, Bruno, they were just involving him. He was the main centerpiece of that, attack for United.
And Pogba.
Pogba too. I mean Pogba. I think he was given a lot more attacking presence. They played McTominay and Fred, so then that gave Pogba like all the time, like all the space. I think Bruno was like used as a top, front three player. So that gave Pogba so much space, and that's why he ended up with 4 assists.
Yeah, he had a lot of possession in the final third that like allowed him to dish out those passes, get forward more, like you said, and like, yeah, I mean, if Pogba could, consistently play like this for United, I guess a lot of hate wouldn't go towards his way for not being consistent and
True.
like not being worth that price tag he was.
I mean, I think obviously it made sense where every manager before that or every system he's played before that always had him as like a defensive midfielder, which that's not what he should be doing.
Yeah.
He's got to have someone that can kind of defend so he can have space. I don't know if United's going to continue to play in this system when Rashford comes back or when Sancho's finally kind of getting games in, because it was Greenwood, James, and Bruno.
Pogba was playing on the left, I think.
Well, yeah.
But then he really wasn't. So
it's going to be interesting to see like what happens when Sancho kind of gets more involved. Rashford comes back, Cavani comes back. What system is Ole going to play? But they looked really good, especially when they conceded. The reaction was immediately, and they ended up scoring like 2 straight goals.
Yeah, very impressive performance by them for sure.
But yeah, 5-1. After that game, I mean, you had Brighton beating Burnley 2-1 after going down 1-0, which was good for them.
I heard Burnley's goal was uncalled for. Like it shouldn't have counted.
I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't watch that game, so I can't really say anything on that.
I think when I was looking at like highlights, Tarkowski, when he went to head the ball, he pushed like I think Dunk or one of the center backs down. And it was like a clear push.
Yeah.
But then he scored and like the referee didn't call it and VAR didn't really change it. I don't know what happened.
But and then during that same time, Chelsea beat Palace. Now you kind of watched that game more.
Yeah.
What do you make of it? What's your little review of the Chelsea Palace game?
Well, first I'm gonna talk about Palace. I feel like there's a lot for Vieira to figure out. We were totally dominant. It was such a dominant performance by Chelsea. It was very disappointing for Palace because I don't know. I was excited for them. I mean, I predicted them very high and like they had a lot of good signings. But no, Chelsea were very dominant, even with the slightly weaker side. We obviously dominated with the ball. There were some few times where Palace caught us on a counter. There was one time where Zaha almost scored. But I'm just happy with Chalobah. He made his Premier League debut for us.
He scored a goal too.
Yeah, he scored a beautiful goal that curved inside the bottom left post. But no, I'm just very proud of the boys because Lukaku's coming in and we're getting used to playing with different players, and some players haven't played together. It's just an overall nice performance and a lot for Crystal Palace to think about.
So yeah, I mean, it looks good. You guys started good, especially without Lukaku.
Yeah.
Chilwell still has to come back.
James,
You know, so a bunch of guys still have to
Thiago
come back.
Silva.
Thiago Silva too. Yep. So you guys are looking good. You guys are looking good. Kind of like United. Also Everton beat Southampton 3-1. I think they ended up going down 1-0 too.
Yeah,
And they
I
brought it
think there
back
was an
to
error.
3-1. Leicester beat Wolves 1-0. Adama missed a huge chance. I kind of saw that a little bit. I watched that game a
I
little
haven't
bit.
seen it. What?
Yeah, he was put through on goal and he fluffed it completely center wide. So Adama's not looking so good. And then Vardy ends up still. I think he's still going to be playing that number one. It's going to be tough for Iheanacho or Daka to kind of get ahead of Vardy, but unless Rodgers ends up playing with two up front.
Yeah, he's been playing with one. It's confusing. He signed another striker.
I mean, it's working. He's won 2 straight 1-0 games. So I mean, whatever he's doing is working. And then the game I watched was Watford Villa. I was kind of mainly watching just to see how Ings does for my fantasy, but Sarr looks fantastic. I mean, part of me felt like this was going to be a very good season for Sarr. There was a reason for Liverpool was looking at him like a season ago.
Yeah.
So he's a quality player and he's their main attacker. So he looked really good. Villa, it's going to be difficult for them to replace Grealish. You know, Buendia is not Grealish. You know, Bailey's not Grealish. So they brought in so many players, Buendia, Bailey, Ings, all these attackers. It's going to be tough to kind of gel these players together. So, you know, a lot of us were kind of, and me too, a lot of us were expecting Villa to like start playing crazy good all of a sudden be in the top 4 or something. But this is going to take some time for them to kind of get into the motions of like, okay, this is your role, this is my role type of stuff. But other than that, you know, I think eventually that's going to come together.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, Watford, good result. Another promoted team winning.
True. That was 2. I was kind of worried for Liverpool. I was like, damn, 2 out of the 3 promoted teams won. Can Norwich do something? But no, they ended up losing. And you kind of watched that. How did Liverpool look?
Oh, Liverpool. I mean, it was another dominant performance. Actually, no, it wasn't that dominant. I'll take that back. Norwich did have some good chances. I know Pookie had some good chances. Allison saved, and they were caught out at times because usually Tsimikas and Trent always push forward, and you know, like how Liverpool always do.
Yeah.
But Norwich on the counterattack are not that bad, and like with Billy Gilmore, Rashika, Canwell running on the wings.
Yeah.
Like it's actually very scary for teams that push forward with their fullbacks because they were actually doing very well countering Liverpool. But you know, Liverpool took their chances. Salah had a great performance, did well for my fantasy. I was scared because you know Bruno scored a hat trick, and you know, everybody captained Salah, but
exactly. But not Salah ended up bringing it back for us.
Yeah. So, and he broke a record. I think it's like 5th consecutive season where he scored in the first game of the season. So it's
an interesting note though I saw is every time he's had a really good first game of the season, he's had a poor second game of the season. Like he's out of those 5 seasons, he's only had 1 assist in that second game.
So who's they playing next? Burnley at home.
So a lot of people are saying captain maybe Bruno if you got him. So just a little nudge there. But yeah, okay. And then today's games, West Ham, Newcastle. I ended up watching that beginning of the first half. Newcastle, I mean, they were playing really solid. At one point, they were 2-1 up. Antonio was out of it the whole first half. I mean, he couldn't do anything. They weren't giving him anything. Newcastle were really solid defensively. They were, you know, but once West Ham finally scored in the second half to make it 2-2, everything turned around. Antonio missed a clear tap-in, a very close tap-in, and then he missed a penalty right after that. Their Southchik ended up scoring. Benrahma and Antonio, they look good. They have this little connection. Like the second goal for West Ham, you know, Antonio crossover, Benrahma with the header. The 4th goal, Benrahma plays Antonio through, great finish. So West Ham, it took them some time, but they still look good. They still look good. So 4-2 is a good result for them.
It's a replacement for Lingard, Benrahma. What do you think?
I mean, there's still reports that they might sign Lingard. So Let's see how that
Lingard.
goes.
Okay.
And then the last game, City, Tottenham. Yeah, that was poor. Mendy was bad. I mean, that was
Gosh,
some
atrocious.
players. Mendy was atrocious.
Okay.
Ake, and the thing is, a lot of like every time I see a game where Ake like plays, and let's say we don't get the result, I go on Twitter, everybody's bashing Ake. You got to think about it. Every time Ake's played, he's had Mendy as his left back, so he's got to cover two people's jobs. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, I feel for Ake, man. Give him a left back.
But how about that Sun goal? He was
The Sun. Yeah, I mean, there's not much. He was out of position. Sun cuts him in. Sun did exactly what he had to do. And then he ended up scoring. It was poor. Grealish had a chance where he ran right through the Tottenham defense, but then he ended up falling down. It was just something else. We weren't getting any chances. Obviously, Son shows that he can carry Tottenham. Nuno had a plan against us. They defended really well. Tanganga was fantastic.
Yeah, Tanganga. Oh my God,
he was a monster.
He got a good standing ovation after he was subbed. He deserved it.
Yeah, he did. It just sucks because the way we play is as if we already know, like it's as if we're already ready for Kane to be in our team because we keep crossing the ball to nobody. Ferran Torres and Sterling ain't gonna get no headers over freaking Dyer and Davis Sanchez and freaking Højbjerg. We cross it into like every single time. I see Mendy cross it in, or Mahrez will cross it in, or Sterling will cross. Sterling couldn't do anything.
Yeah, Sterling.
He kept running into a brick wall of Tanganga. Grealish looks like, or like when De Bruyne is not, like he looks like he's going to be heavily involved. You know, he was getting the ball a lot. It's just he wasn't doing much with it.
It's crazy. When De Bruyne came, I feel like he did more than most players.
Yeah, De Bruyne came in. He already had a shot that almost won it. Like it kind of messed really. I mean, Lloris up. He was kind of like wobbly with it, and he saved it.
And he had a good pass too. I feel like it was like from the right, and he like crossed it in.
And then I think it was Ferran Torres crossed it in. Oh no. No, it was Mahrez. I forgot what happened.
But speaking of Ferran Torres, I swear he had a good chance too, and he like missed it.
He did because on that free kick, they played it wide to Cancelo, and Cancelo swung it in, and Torres he had a good chance, but he kind of miskicked it.
Dang.
So the 1-0 loss isn't ideal. I'm not gonna I feel like every time we lose like this, you know, I'm like, oh God, this is gonna end of it. Honestly, being 14th after eight games last season, I'm not worried. Next week.
How about Gundu? He got injured, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, his shoulder. So I haven't heard anything. I have to check.
I thought it was a collarbone. I think he fractured it.
He could have. He looked bad. It looked like he landed on it.
Yeah, but
so it's gonna be tough. If he's out, I can see De Bruyne going right straight into the lineup against Norwich, but who knows? So it was tough. It was tough.
Okay.
But that was that. Those were all the games. What? So team of the week time?
Yeah, let's do our team of the week.
Team of the week. Who do you think performed? All right. Who's your team of the week for the keeper? Best keeper this week.
So are we going one by one, or you just want to say yours, or I don't know? Doesn't matter.
How do you want to do it?
We could do one by one. So
all right. So
we could say goalkeeper. Okay. I have Raya.
That's a good shot. I had Schmeichel.
Schmeichel. Okay.
Schmeichel, I saw some stuff and he had a very good game against Wolves. He had some big saves, but low-key, I forgot about Raya. He had a good game too.
Yeah, Raya had a great game because the Arsenal's 20 shots.
That is true.
So he had to be busy.
What was your defense?
Okay, so I have Chalobah.
Okay.
I mean, he got man of the match in our Palace game too, and he obviously scored and did well. Tanganga.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were just talking about him. Amazing performance. And then VVD.
Virgil. Okay. All right. So I got a couple. I had 4 defenders. Chalobah. Just with you, he got the man of the match for his Palace. He scored a goal. It was great. Kufal. He was fantastic against.
Kufal. Okay.
He was great. Like every time he was going down that right flank, he was fantastic for West Ham. I have I'm tweaking right now. Tanganga, fantastic game.
Yeah.
What more do you want from him? And then I also have VVD. Also got VVD. Okay. He had a good game, very good game. I switched mine up a little bit. After looking at some more. I know I sent you it earlier.
Yeah.
I switched it up a little bit. Kind of looked back at the stats. And then my midfield, well, actually, we'll just say the rest. Everybody else that I had was Son, Sar, Mbuemo.
Mbuemo. It's kind of hard, yeah.
I can't say because I
Mbuemo.
confused the B and the M. Pogba, Bruno, and Salah.
Okay, so that's your whole lineup?
That's the rest of it.
Okay, I have Alonso. I forgot. He's kind of a defender.
Okay, but he was kind of also attacking.
Yeah,
Alonso.
he was basically like a second forward when he played. Son, Pogba, Fernandes.
Okay.
I have Salah, Sar,
Sar.
and Antonio.
Good shout with Antonio. Okay, good
Yeah.
shout with Antonio. Not too bad. I had him originally, but I ended up taking him out for VVD. Just because of the missed penalty, I kind of docked him off today. But he was good. He was solid today.
Yeah. With a goal and 2 assists, right?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Man, he would have got me
Very,
extra
very
points on fantasy had he not missed the penalty. I lost like 2 points because of that. So I mean that's that. So not too bad. This first week was good. It was good.
Very, very good. Shocks, big score lines, everything you want.
But this next week, let's get into it. Next week prediction. So far, both of us have 15 points going into the next
tied.
Week. So tie game. Let's see.
Okay.
First game of the week will be Liverpool, Burnley at Anfield. I'll go first. I think it's gonna be a 2-0 Liverpool win.
Okay. This game, I feel like, yeah, I'll say 2-0 as well.
2-0.
I say
2-0. 2-0 Liverpool wins. I mean, Burnley's gonna be good defensively. They only conceded what? They conceded 2 against Brighton, but I mean, I think Liverpool's gonna have a tough game. They're gonna be up for that game. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Villa Newcastle. What do you got?
Wow. Dang. I don't know why this game shouldn't be tight, but after that Villa performance, I'm gonna say 2-1. 2-1 Villa. Yeah.
Oh, I have the exact same score. 2-1
Okay.
Villa. Okay. So we both got first 2 games together. Palace, Brentford, I have 2-2. I think it's gonna be a little high scoring game. I think I can see it.
Okay. I have, you know what? I'm gonna say 2-0 Brentford.
2-0. Okay, Brentford's starting off with 2 straight wins. I can see that, Loki. I can see that. Leeds, Everton. What do you got?
Ooh, dang. Okay. This game is still tough too. I think Rafa is gonna struggle this game. It's gonna be 2-1 Leeds.
I have the other way. I have 2-1 Everton.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Okay.
I feel like at home, Ellen Road. Oh my God, Ellen Road at home Leeds. Oh,
True.
yeah.
This is the first game that they're gonna really. Oh no, right? Yeah.
I think probably, maybe.
Yeah.
Preseason. They probably play preseason.
I mean,
whatever.
who cares? City, Norwich City. I think it's gonna be 2-0 Man City. I think we're gonna bounce back, but we're not gonna be scoring crazy goals just because. I don't know if Kane. I mean, who knows what's gonna happen with Kane, but I think it's gonna be 2-0.
I think it's gonna be 4-0.
4-0. Okay, you think we're gonna just bounce back crazy?
Yeah, there's Norwich. I think they have a run of fixtures of so many top 6.
Tough.
They're gonna get battered. And all of them.
Brighton, Watford.
You know, 1-0 Brighton.
1-0 Brighton. I have a 1-1 game. You got 1-0 Brighton. Okay.
Yeah, Brighton's gonna win that.
Okay. And then let's go on to Southampton United. I have United 3-0.
I have 2-0 United.
2-0 United. Okay. And then Wolves Tottenham.
The Nuno Espirito derby.
Yeah.
2-1 Tottenham.
2-1. I have the same score. I have the same score of 2-1 Tottenham. Arsenal Chelsea. I have 3-1 Chelsea.
3-0 Chelsea.
3-0 Chelsea. Okay.
Another 3-0.
And then finally, West Ham Leicester. It's a good game. Who do you got?
2-2.
2-2. I have 3-2 Leicester.
Yeah, that's gonna be a high scoring game for sure.
That's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be a good game. That's our prediction. So we have like 3 that we are the same on. but then a bunch of them that we have like different odds. So tomorrow, next week, we can have different types of points. I don't think we're gonna be tied.
Yeah. I just
But
hate
yeah.
how fantasy is an hour and a half before. So that 6:30 game, you gotta be up by 5 if anything changes, but I don't know if I will.
Oh yeah, fantasy wise, I mean, you got 105 points. I have 104. What are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna make a transfer?
I don't know. Actually, I probably won't wake up. It's that Tony. I want to play Tony.
So you're gonna start him?
Yeah, but I don't know who to take out. That's the thing.
If you guys are into FPL, just let me know. Should I start Rafinha or Ailing? I want to know that. Who's gonna do better against Everton? Because I don't know who to. I'm not wasting my transfer. I'm gonna let that happen next week. I'm gonna deal with that week 2. Kind of get a sense of like who's starting, who's actually performing.
Yeah.
So, but everybody else is kind of nailed on start other than Ailing or Rafinha. I don't want to go with both. But
I
I
say
don't know.
Rafinha. I don't know.
Rafinha?
Alien is. I think that's just like first goal in like 80 years or some shit.
You think so?
Because like, no, Ailing doesn't really score that much. I remember from last season, he really doesn't score.
Okay.
I don't think
see
he
it.
scored or assisted. Like maybe assisted, but
I mean, Ailing had some good points last season. That's fine.
yeah, I think it's clean sheets.
Okay. But yeah, that's the episode for today. That was your match week 1 is done. We're gonna drop another extra time video throughout the week, so make sure you check out that. Make sure you go on our last extra time video where we did our first predictions. And then now here we are. We talked about it. We went through again episode next Monday as well. We're gonna drop another one after the week 2. I'm gonna go through just like this. So the videos are gonna come. You gotta make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, just so you know when we're dropping, and then like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. We're 9 subscribers away from 50. So our goal is almost there. 9
almost
away.
half
So 9 of
century.
you guys, if you're watching, just subscribe. Do us a favor, get us to 50. And then
Follow
from
our
50 we move
socials,
up.
TikToks, everything.
Exactly. We have the Invincibles on TikTok. We have the Invincibles on Twitter. I'm gonna be Arjun's gonna be doing a lot more on the TikTok. I'm doing a lot more on the Twitter stuff. I just tweet some stuff during the Brentford Arsenal game, so I'm gonna do a lot more. I'm gonna slowly start that. But support us and let's keep it going. See you.